Oh no, we're live. It's Gen 2. Oh no. I think it worked.
Everyone.
Oh, we're not started yet. Jeez, we're just live. There's a difference
We just
between
said we're live.
we're live, but we're not started yet, Zed.
We're just greeting the super early people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
ourselves.
Maybe that's who I was greeting.
Ourselves is who we are greeting. I gotta plug the other Discords. Like I said, we still got 1 whole minute.
Hello.
According to my clock.
Oh
my gosh.
Hello.
We're doing like a canon thing here.
I don't know what we're doing besides suffering in Johto.
I don't know what we're doing besides poorly. That's what we're doing, poorly, I guess. I don't know, but it has now officially been a minute. My clock still says 7:29, but we're gonna kick it off, gentlemen. Welcome. I am Hugh of Pokeboomers infamy, and I'm joined by my 2 gentlemanly friends, competitors, co-Pokemon trainers, Vimber and Zed. How you guys doing tonight?
Hello. I'm doing good.
Hello, I'm Vimbert, and I'm doing great.
It's finally here. We did the soft launch last week.
Yep, it's finally here. We have that improved inventory, that increased lethality, all these things I was waiting for.
That Gen 1 with the new coat of paint. What? Who said that? Huh? What? Who said that?
How dare you?
You can't just put new sprites in it. No, I'm done. We're done. All right, we're kicking.
I'm liking it. I think it's already an improvement.
I mean, like I said, I got the evidence of you guys being all hyped for it. There's the Oni-chan. I got the evidence of you guys being all hyped for it. I'm saving for about week 7 or 8, and then we'll see how we're still feeling about Gen 2. But until then...
And we will maintain our positivity just to spite you.
Exactly. I just jinxed it now. But what is the Pokeboomers is a hardcore Nuzlocke experience. You can see our rules right here in the chat. If you're following along at live, it's there. And then I just had the thought that I should maybe put that on the YouTube description for our videos, but
that would be a good call.
I'm not very good at it. However, if you want the rules, I can also give it to you on our Discord, which is right there. Now that the shameless plugin is out of the way, I think we just jump right into our week in Nuzlocke. We're going to do the order of that we completed in. Yeah, so it's Zed. Take her away.
All right, so as I discussed before, I picked Chikorita as my starter. It was named by Vimbert. It is named Trainwreck. And that's how we started the game. I got through the first rival battle pretty well. I don't think I even had to use my berry. So
I don't think you did either.
There. Yeah. And I caught a couple Pokemon right off the bat. I got a Rattata, I got a Sentret, I got a Caterpie, and then I went back to the first route to do some training, and I caught a shiny Sentret.
Big, huge.
So, yep, his name is Huge. He's permanently on our team because of our shiny rule. And I had to take Smee, who was my first Sentret, off the team because we can't have doubles. Then I continued on. I did get a Geodude in Dark Cave, and I got Ladybug in the patch of grass right before Violet City. I did not do the Sprout Tower because the only encounter I could have gotten was Rattata, which I already had, so it would have been a waste of an encounter. So I held off on the Sprout Tower and went ahead and did my Falconer battle. Went even better than I expected. His Pidgey I took down with just a Metapod alone, which was good. And then, because I set up a couple Hardens so that I could take the hits, and I had a berry, so I did proc the berry, and I healed right before I killed him, so I was almost like I was probably about 3/4 health when he sent out Pidgeotto, and I was pretty sure with all the hardens I could take a hit, so I stayed in and I used string shot to like just lower his speed a little bit. Not sure if that actually it might have come in play. I didn't really think about it after that. I survived his gust attack, and then started doing some switching around, like switching to Geodude when I knew he was going to use Gust, and then switching to Ladybug when I knew he would try to hit my Geodude with Mud Slap. And then I would use Supersonic with the Ladybug to confuse it, then switch back to other Pokemon to beat it up while it was confused. And it actually just all came together really well. And we took him down, no losses. And that was one of the scariest ones for me, so I'm glad it went pretty well. And that was the end of day 1. On day 2, we went on down south where I got... who did I get on that next route? I don't remember. It wasn't Zubat.
Not Marie because Crystal.
It wasn't Marie.
Right.
I don't remember. I forgot. On day 1, I did run into a Growlithe, but it used Roar and escaped, so I did not get that encounter. So that sucked.
I think that's just justice because us gold silver players can't take
Yeah.
advantage of that grass patch.
We don't that grass.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of, but that you still get an encounter on that route. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
That grass was added specifically to get people a fire Pokemon. Like when they did Crystal, they're like, oh shit, if you don't pick Cyndaquil, you basically don't get a fire Pokemon until a really long time. They're like, let's put this patch of grass here and add Growlithe in it. And
Well,
the same thing happened to me.
Don't get one.
I know the same thing happened to me when I played Crystal, so I feel your pain. I felt it on a spiritual level with you.
I was having flashbacks of Gen 1 where every time I ran into a Pidgey, it used Whirlwind.
Yeah.
And I never got
Oh,
a Pidgey.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that happened to me twice. Anywho, I was doing a bunch of grinding and I got into Groove, and then I ran into the Union Cave, and I still had grinding on the mind. So the first Pokemon I ran into, which was Zubat, I just murdered it, and then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
So we didn't get an encounter there, which only sucked because that meant in a Slowpoke well, instead of being able to dupes out on Zubat, I caught Zubat. So no Slowpoke, which was what would have been really cool.
Oof.
Yep, there might be other places you can get Slowpoke. I don't know. Maybe from fishing or something.
maybe from
I don't
fishing,
know.
I guess.
Anyway, that's about it. I don't think there was. I mean, we did Slowpoke well, fought Team Rocket. That was the problem. And then we moved on to the gym, which I forgot to declare double downs, and I once again just like ran in, started throwing rocks, and then was like, oh shit, I forgot I was going to do this without rocks. And so at that point I was just like, well, may as well go big, and so we just destroyed the gym. Scyther went down in one hit with rock throw.
Spoiler, you made the right decision.
Yeah,
We'll get
apparently.
to that.
Well, more on that
Yeah.
later.
That's it for me.
All right, guess that brings it to me. I grabbed my. I've decided because of my naming scheme. She's my isekai protagonist, Goose the Cyndaquil from Professor Elm. I'm playing Silver version, by the way, just for clarity. I narrowly managed to beat my rival. I think I survived with something like 3 HP
Yep,
left after
it
using
was.
my berry. It was real rough. And then moving into the run proper, just kind of moved along through, caught a bunch of Pokemon. Kibo the Hoot Hoot, Route 29. Mizuki the Geodude, Route 46. Udai the Rattata, Route 30. Q the Bellsprout, Route 31. Now the Zubat in Dark Cave. And then got into Violet City. Rolled into Sprout Tower right away because I was playing at night. And caught Ike Kush the Ghastly. Ike Kush the Ghastly.
My homie Ike.
Yep. And on that note, I moved into Faulkner's gym, declaring double down, so I couldn't use any super effective moves. Not that you really have access to any at that point, but free points is free points is free points. Didn't really have a problem with the trainers, but then I had to pull out literally every trick in the book I had against Faulkner, because I suffered a couple unlucky crits early on, and literally defeating that Pidgeotto came down to 3 attacks in a row from that Pidgeotto whiffing, so it didn't kill Goose. Because I'd gotten enough smoke screens up and I was just desperately throwing offense at it. And Ike Kush, too beautiful for this world. He gave his unlife for the cause, no ghastly for me. But I mourned my losses. I moved on. Route 32, I managed to pick up a Mareep, which I named Makoto. And Union Cave, I quickly realized that I wasn't going to be able to get anything worthwhile on my regular encounter tables, so I fished up a Magikarp, named it Battler. Emerging from that, Route 33, I caught a female Ekans, the boss,
Dun, dun, dun.
to honor my Solid Snake from my Gen 1 run. And then in Azalea, I just went through, whipped some rockets, caught Yuhai the Slowpoke, and I have to give credit where it's due here. Zed, you were hanging around in my chat and let me know that, hey, you can still get Slowking, which opens up some options, which I'm still considering.
I saw that in the VOD, and I was like, at first I heard you say it, that like, oh, I can't get Slowpoke. I'm like, no, you can get and then Zed immediately, like, in the VOD, I was like, oh gosh.
I was very grateful. I remain grateful. Otherwise, I probably would have just murdered it, and everyone would have cried out, no, Rimbert.
Not the king.
Exactly. And then moving into the gym, I declared double down, and then immediately screwed up an input when I was trying to rearrange moves and used Peck when I meant to reorder Peck and Swift on Kibo. And then immediately just got tilted, was like, well, okay, I guess I get no points, and just super effective my way through the gym. Bugsy and his crew were no issues. But
that sounds similar to my story.
Well, don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm going to add a special section that is called The Homies Give All Each Other Charity this week. We'll get to it.
Yeah, so there will be a bit more on that later, but that was my week.
All right, that just leaves me. I'm playing Gold, and I picked my boy Totodile, Hitman, Ninja Brett, the Hitman Heart. We have a professional wrestling naming theme. We went and took our rivals' lunch money. I was ready for it this time, unlike Gen 1, where, well, you can't really be ready for it in Gen 1, I guess. You just kind of, it just kind of happens. But I beat him this time, so big ups there. My next 2 encounters, ironically, were Trish the Pidgey and The Rock, the Geodude, who, spoiler alert, don't see the end of this story. Route 30, I caught Sasha Banks the Metapod, continue the tradition where I can't catch a Caterpie. I have to catch the second stage evolution, so it just has Harden, so I have to switch train it. And at Route 31, we went and we got a Bellsprout. I don't even remember what I named it, because it was purely to be traded for the Onyx. Then we went in the Dark Cave, and because I had already... No, I got Zubat in the Dark Cave, yep. Big Rob Van Dam, the Zubat. So then I got to Azalea Town, right? And I was also playing the during the day, so I couldn't go get Ghastly. I did the similar thing to Zed. So I was like, well, right now I don't even have like a full team for Faulkner. I have a Metapod with Harden, so I'm like, what if we go get an unknown? What if we go get an unknown? Because we're doing 2 gyms this week, and I won't have to bring him to PvP. So I go to the Runes of Alpha, and I catch Unknown, the Gold Dust, the Unknown, right? And I can't remember if I figured, like, I can't remember who I used in battle, but it immuned it instantly. So it immuned my normal type instantly. I'm like, well, that's not good. That means I can't use it in Faulkner because Pidgey and Pidgeotto are normal flying. So I was like, well, that was... We haven't determined if it's ground or ghost hidden power yet, but it is the letter D, as in dog. So, like I said in the chat before, the jokes basically write themselves.
The big D.
The big D. But with that, with no choice, I did the double down on Faulkner, and keeping everybody's level below 9 was harder than the actual gym itself. I think I kind of had a plan going in that involved Rage that worked out pretty well. And then it was
I liked that plan.
Yeah, and then it was just
Solid.
it was just a matter of making sure no one over leveled, and then we got that points. We went to Route 32 and got Big Mareep the Goldberg, or we got Goldberg the Mareep, And Union Cave came along. What's my encounter in Union Cave? Interesting. Well, I'll think about that later. However, we went through Union Cave. No big deal. We get to Route 33. I'm like, okay, we're going to save this route for the headbutts. This is one of the routes where you have a better chance of getting a Heracross. And although Heracross is kind of hot garbage until late game, it would be pretty sweet to have one. So I go and I fight the trainer. And before this, Sasha Banks, my Metapod, had evolved into Butterfree. And I've been using it to kill all the Geodudes in the rock tunnel because none of them have rock throw yet. They're all like, I think the highest level Geodude in there is 9. So I get into a fight with the trainer outside who has a level 11 Geodude. And we were fighting Geodudes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to switch into Sasha Banks and Confusion this and be over with it. And then as soon as I click switch, I was like, oh no. But I also forgot my typing chart, basically, because I was like, well, rock's only going to hit me flying, so it's only 2 times, so maybe there's a chance I survive. But that bug type, so it was 4 times weakness.
Yep.
Sasha Banks came out and it got rock thrown and just 1-hit KO'd. So we lost our first Pokemon of the run. And after that, I was pretty tilted and pretty done for the day. So next day, we went and... oh no, I fished in the Slowpoke well. Sorry. I was going for that Slowpoke like Vimbert, but I got to Dupes 4, and I was like, man, I'd rather just get Magikarp off the table right now than Dupes out on a route. So we fished up X-Pac, the Magikarp. Then off stream, we went back to Sprout Tower at night, recorded the video of us getting a Ghastly, and then we moved on, just taking down the Rockets, and then we went to Bugsley. We declared we were doing hard mode. And we walked in there, handled the trainers just fine. Everything was going good. And I had this big brain plan in my head about how we were going to do Bugsley, right? We were going to use Totodile to do the similar raid strats before with Metapod and Kakuna. But we were going to get Kakuna down really low and then bring in Togetic, John Cena, the Togetic. And we were going to drop his charm. We were going to drop his attack as low as it could get, right? And we did that. It succeeded when the Scyther came out. We dropped his attack as low as it can get. But the problem was, he was still using Fury Cutter. And I was like, in my head, I thought the AI was going to use Quick Attack against me because of the typing. Like, because Togetic's flying typing, I figured the AI would use Quick Attack. And I'm like, well, that's not good. However, we dropped its attack low enough. So I start rotating in Pokemon, and Fury Cutter just keeps going. It just keeps going. It's like chunking people, and he hasn't missed yet. I brought out our girl, actually, Rod Van Dam, the Zubat. Got a Supersonic off. Got him out of there. Brought out Geodude, the Rock, hoping that Supersonic would hit and break the thing. And it didn't, and Scyther one-shotted my Geodude with Fury Cutter. And I brought him out. It was Scyther's confused no more. I'm like, uh-oh. And then Fury Cutter like straight one-shotted Geodude. And I was like, well, there's death number 1.
I swear your stream like slowed down
Yeah.
when that was happening.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at that point, it was just like hoping for a Scyther miss, you know. So I bring Trish out, my Pidgey. Pidgey gets one tap by Fury Cutter. So I bring Rob Van Dam back out, who's at half HP at this point. And I get another Supersonic off, and he hits me and brings Rob Van Dam down to 3 HP. But he landed the Confusion. And thankfully, the next turn, he hit himself in the Confusion, so the Fury Cutter chain was broken. But I'm pretty sure as soon as the Geodude went down in one hit, I think my thought process was, yep, I'm waping in Bugsley right now. So
I think you might have even said it.
I did. I said it out loud. I said it out loud multiple times. I was like, I'm waping to Bugsley right here. Like it's happening. Like holy shit. So the moral of the story is maybe don't do that one hard mode. We got the hard mode win, but at great cost.
Great cost.
Yeah. Don't let them set up Fury Cutter.
Yeah, no, but see, you had similar issues with Faulkner with the AI too. We were like, maybe it's just the AI getting a little better from Gen 1 to Gen 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Because remember, Pidgeotto wasn't mud slapping your Cyndaquil? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
which is weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, because because you brought your Cyndaquil in, and then he just gusted you instantly, and you're like, wait a minute. Like, but so I got played by
That's illegal.
Yeah, exactly. All right, before we do Honor the Fallen, let's talk about the charity. So all of our hosts had charity this week.
Yep. Should we talk about our individuals? What was gifted to us?
Yeah, let's talk about our individual charities. I'll go last because mine requires the most blabbering about.
Yeah.
So for me, my charity was I did not declare a double down gym at the first gym. I did it though. I didn't have any super effective, but it was given to me even though I did not declare it. So that was me.
Yeah, my charity was I declared double down going into Bugsy's gym, and then immediately screwed it up, and past that I was like, alright, well, I guess I'll just do the gym normally, because under our regular rules, screwing up double down should mean I get 0 points, but the guys were gracious, and since we all had some scuff, decided I could get points for just a regular gym win.
And, like, I was thinking, like, in my head, if I've ever done that, like, when I'm switching a move about, because that was, like, I was like, yeah, that's something that all could have happened, so...
I even did that this week.
Oh, did you?
It wasn't anything, like, devastating, but I was, like, trying to move around, and then ended up clicking it. I was like, oh. Shit.
I know for sure I did it in, like, my either Gen 1 or Gen 2 Hue locks, but I don't know about later. But so I had a little sympathy for that. So then my sympathy was, our original rule was basically you bring the team you end the gym with to the PvP. And that's how we were going to go into it. And then I think my fellow host saw that, yeah, it's not that great when you take a big L in PvE. It's good for content. It's fun to watch, and it's suffering. It's delicious, but
yeah, it was great to watch.
You basically forfeit PvP though, like, or you don't forfeit it, but you go in there like heavily down, and we didn't think that's like the greatest viewing content for everybody that's watching. So the rule we added now is that you will have a roster of 8 for your gym battles. So you'll have the 6 Pokemon that are on your team that you go into the gym with. And then you'll have 2 in reserve that if you take casualties in the gym, you can bring in your reserves. And you just have to declare those 2 in reserves before you go into the gym, is the thing. So mine's a little retroactive. Spoiler alert, I'm bringing Crybaby the Rattata and Rocky the Onyx. Basically defaulted because my other choices was Magikarp and Unknown, so...
I mean, throw us all off our game if you brought those 2. How would we respond?
Magikarp would have tackle. Be on the lookout, and you respond to the unknown by putting in a normal or flying type. That's basically all you got to do. But
true.
Now I think, Vim, if you want to take it away, honoring the fallen first. Say any parting words for the home.
Yeah. So it was almost. I was thinking about it earlier today. It was almost prophesized. I'm doing a naming theme where it's visual novel characters, and when I caught a Ghastly, it was like, he's not exactly from a visual novel, and basically from that point, Cush's fate was sealed. I feel like. I was super excited to have Hypnosis really early. I was like, this is going to be great, super useful, and I was just excited to run a Ghastly, because last time I felt like it came along a little too late for me to really consider. Also, we have, Impossible Evos, who could become a Gengar. I was looking forward to it, and like his sacrifice absolutely let me get through Faulkner, but it was a harsh one. He will be missed.
Yeah, you felt my Ghastly curse. I must have passed it on.
I did.
No mean look either kind of hurts, but
yeah,
I think Zubat gets it, doesn't he?
Maybe. How much would that actually come into play?
Actually a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Headbutt tree Pokemon and run away.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Pokemon that can flee. They immediately got rid of it after Gen 2 because they realized how dumb it was. It's just legendaries after Gen 2, but it is still very much a thing in Gen 1 or Gen 2. All right, so my fallen Sasha Banks, the Butterfree. That one's on me. Not knowing my typing chart, you'd think after a whole generation of Nuzlocke and 3 completed Nuzlocke before that I would know that Bug is weak to rock, but apparently I didn't, or I just had been playing so long at that point. I don't know. That one was on me, and then the AI the 23-year-old AI outplayed me in Bugsley's gym. Basically, is the other two, Trish and
Butterfree. No.
by Butterfree. My favorite episode of the anime was that. No,
Butterfree wasn't gonna be okay, Dad.
it's because it wasn't named Bobby. It couldn't protect itself. Bobby made it all the way, but no. Then the other two was the AI outplaying me, and the Pidgey. The loss of Trish the Pidgey it sucks because Gust is actually a flying move now, so Pidgey is like infinitely better than it was in Gen 1.
So much better.
But there's also like you can basically guarantee a Spearow, Big Kenya if you need to. So I'll have a flying option there, and then Zubat is a Crobat that learns flying moves and flying stab, so that one doesn't hurt. However, losing Dwayne the Rock Geodude Johnson is a harsh toke with Whitney coming up next week. So
yeah,
I figured out, it took me a while when I did the Hue lock, but I eventually came up with a pretty surefire way to beat Whitney, but that plan is no longer on the table with my Geodude dead. So we're going back to the drawing boards tomorrow when I do my stream.
Still got Onyx.
You still got Onyx, yeah, but Onyx doesn't have a fucking drop of offensive ability to get through the...
That's true.
Really doesn't.
No, he's just there to get stomped on and get attracted. And all my Pokemon are men, basically, too, except for my Zubat. So that's also another...
That's unfortunate. Me and Vim have gotten lucky this week and both rolled...
Yep, female starters.
Both have female starters.
Which was insane.
Also, I think the majority of the Pokemon I caught were female.
Yeah, I definitely got a strong girl squad on my file as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
that'll
be pretty useful.
This week was a bloodbath in gyms. Whitney will probably be an experience, to say the least. So stay tuned on that on Thursday. But
God knows I will.
Plug aside for the individual stream. We got some follow-alongs. Vimbert, we only got 2 follow-alongs. Tist. Other boomers. I know that we got people playing, but I didn't get any follow-alongs besides these 2. So if you want to take Inceptions that I sent you in the DMs, I believe.
Sure, yeah. So Inception says, "Yo, for my update, I don't have much time, but I didn't lose any Pokemon, though Faulkner was a bitch. My starter is Totodile, which I named Sasuke. Caught a Spearow, Sentret, Fanfi, Growlithe, Zubat,
wow.
Geodude, Bellsprout, who I traded for Onyx, Rattata, Geodude, hatched the Togepi. I think that's it. My team I beat Bugsy with was Onyx, Growlithe, Totodile, Ekans, Ferret, and Butterfree.
There you go.
Strong.
That big Fanfi
is cool.
Yeah.
Where do you get Fanfi?
Dark Cave.
Very low odds.
Very low odds in Dark Cave, yeah. Unfortunately, Fanfi doesn't have... He has Heracross moves, basically.
All normal.
Yeah, all normal. Really bad
counter.
ones. No, I don't even think he gets counter. He doesn't get a ground move for a while, I don't think. But I'm hyped for the Fanfi as well. It'll be fun to see him. Hopefully in PvP tonight. Excuse me.
It probably has rollout or something, right?
Oh, Inception saying not Dark Cave in chat.
Oh, really?
Where was that at, then?
Where's that? Oh, 46.
46.
Wow.
Oh. I
big.
forgot about that.
Dunsparce is the one in the Dark Cave. The big Dunsparce,
Right.
baby.
Oh, yeah. And that's like a 1% chance or something, right?
Literally 1%, I believe.
I think you guys can get... I think you Crystal players can get Teddy Ursa in the Dark Cave as well. It's a 1%.
Well, I got Geodude there, so don't matter anyway.
All right.
Geodude, solid.
I had...
It's what I wanted, so...
Yeah. I remember the timeline where I had a Geodude. It was pretty cool. But Bot Lane also following along. New follow along for this season. He's one of our regular competitors in the Pokeboomers Grand Prix. However, he's finally thrown his hat in the ring in the Nuzlocke. So, Bot Lane says, we made it through the first gym, cutting it close for Dr. Hoot. The Hoot Hoot. Little did I know that it was a prophecy, an ill omen. I forgot where the next rival battle was. Dr. Hoot was a hero, a savior. We lost him, but they didn't lose us. And then I threw some pebbles at Bugsy and walked away rich as fuck. So he triggered the rival battle in Azalea Town.
Oh no!
Yo, Yeah,
I was very careful this time not to do that.
As someone who was waped to that rival battle, the strength in me honors the strength in you for making it through.
Yeah. That one, if you're not ready for that one could be real harsh.
That fight's very rough.
I had a Cyndaquil and I just had nothing for the Croconaw, and the Croconaw just came out and like fucking killed my whole team, and I was like, well, that was cool.
That rival battle is why I did not pick Cyndaquil.
Fair.
I think Vim will be all right with his Bellsprout though.
Yeah, I got Bellsprout and Mareep. I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, the next time I did it, I didn't have Mareep because I was playing Crystal, but I made sure I had a Bellsprout that time around. So, so it's just don't die to. It's not just get wrecked by Croconaw. But I don't know. What do you guys think of your first week in the PvE side of it?
It was everything I expected it to be.
Yeah.
And I got a shiny. How crazy is that?
That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Get it. Huh?
It's the reason for the name. Wow.
It's like. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I knew someone was bound to get it, but I did not think that. I figured it would happen when we're all mindlessly grinding, like.
Yeah, not first hour.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the first hour, like live on stream. There's also a 1 in 16th chance you get a shiny out of the egg in Crystal.
That's true.
I remember watching and then also it was like, wait, is that a shiny? And like we had to do some quick research, and it was in fact a shiny Sentret. So that's hype. But now I think it's time for that.
I think he's like the mascot of my team now.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Huge can be the mascot of my team too. Huge is a sweet boy. sweet boy. I don't know if I could raise. I don't know if I could raise a Pokemon fist towards him. We'll see if I'll be paralyzed by the swagger in battle, because it's me and you first. There's Zed if you want to send the invite. As we jump into our PvP section. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. This is the part where we earn having Pokemon Showdown as the stream category.
Yeah. It's not just false advertisement. Let's see. That goes up. This goes down.
And just in case anyone is curious while these guys are getting this set up, there is a little bit more to the setup this time. Gen 2 is kind of annoying to put in. Just kind of FYI. But it looks like you two are in.
We are.
So, Hugh has led with Crybaby, level 16 Rattata. Zedward coming out strong with that Bayleaf. Yes, that's the middle?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why I blanked on that. Trainwreck. Starter coming out strong. Gentlemen, let's go to war Johto style.
Off to a great start.
Oh, missed with Hyper Fang. As Zed sets up Reflect. Swap over to John Cena. As Lucky comes out for Geodude. With that Reflect still holding because of Gen 2 changes.
I'm glad. I wasn't actually sure if that worked yet in Gen 2.
Yeah,
spoiler, it does.
I probably should have looked that up first.
Hitman comes out for Hugh as the first damage goes out on turn 3 with Lucky hitting him with a rock throw. The pivot back to Trainwreck. Scratch hitting for minor damage. Bayleaf tankiness and Reflect combining there.
Ooh.
Zubat. Oh, immunes the poison powder as Reflect fades. And Reflect comes back out. Super effective Leech Life. Chip damage, but that would have been a little bit of healing back.
Bailey's gonna be a fucking problem all season.
Yes, he is.
Classic Tackle goes out, but Trainwreck gets confused. Swap to Bloodsport, the Butterfree. Resisting that Leech Life. Getting a little bit of health back on that Zubat. Rob Van Dam. Swap to Goldberg, the Flaffy. Confusion hitting for a little bit of damage. Flaffy pretty tanky special-wise. Sleep Powder connects. Goldberg taking a nap. Swap to Big Rocky.
Oh.
Confusion. Only hitting for around 26%. I'm personally a bit surprised.
Don't worry, we'll make up for it with our offensive stats.
And Rock Throw goes out for minor damage on Trainwreck, who comes into that rock. Screech, as Reflect gets set up. I think that nulls it out for Trainwreck. Could be wrong. Razor Leaf hits a Rob Van Dam coming in, as Hugh's team just shucks and jives and switches around, trying to find that opening.
Ooh.
Supersonic confusing the Butterfree who's just come out. There's that first self-damage as Bite goes out. Stun Spore connecting, but Paralysis does not take as another Bite happens on that Butterfree. We're seeing the Blood Sport. Confusion, huge damage. Rob Van Dam just continues biting like it's his job. Eats a berry. Back up to half health. Her job, sorry. With the name, I was...
There it is.
John Cena with some minor damage from that confusion. Do we see the big metronome attempt? Stun Spore whiffs. No, it's Swift. Stab Swift doing some surprising damage there. Stun Spore goes out. And so does Swift. Zed with the first feint. But lucky the Geodude's here to avenge. Bad matchup for John Cena, particularly paralyzed, but do you try to... Oh, Rock v Rock. Understandable. Rocky a little bit banged up, though. We'll see if that factors into things.
Who's faster, an Onyx or a Geodude? They're both rocks.
Pretty sure an Onyx. Oh, Magnitude. Ooh. Magnitude 6. Big damage for Hitman, who immediately eats the berry. The first of many Magnitude gambles we're likely to see during this gen. Water Gun, one hit KO. Geodude goes down. Trainwreck comes out. Battle of the starters.
I thought you were going to predict me.
You thought.
It is possible to go to 5-head in Pokemon. They stare each other down. Oh. As the classic Reflect opener gets set up. Safe switch for John. But still carrying that paralysis.
Oh, God.
Huge! Mighty huge. As Metronome comes out with Payday, John Cena looking for a little bonus from this title card.
We get that showdown money.
Stab Swift coming out from Zedward's side. Metronome Mud Slap.
Ooh.
Lowering that accuracy. Small damage, but accuracy drop could be big. Could be huge.
Not with Swift.
Oh, but not with Swift.
Yeah.
Right? As John Cena's paralyzed. I mean, theoretically you could use a move other than Swift, but I don't know why you would at this point in the game. As John Cena down. Right. Crybaby coming out. Probably looking to Hyper Fang through that huge bulk.
It's so huge. Holy.
Swift. Huge damage from huge. Hyper Fang going out, dropping to almost half.
We can't compete with the shiny.
Indeed.
I am a pink god.
Quick attack for some damage before that fabulous Swift comes out. Fainting Crybaby. As Huge eats a little berry. Back up to about half health. Rocky coming out. Looking to blunt some of that huge offense. But do you stay in? Do you switch? Do you try to predict the switch? The switch to Trainwreck goes out.
Oh.
Screech whiffs. Screech can miss? I did not know that.
It would appear so.
That's kind of weird.
Goldberg coming out, taking a nap. Eat some leaves to the face.
That did more damage than I wanted it to.
Yeah. Another switch to Rob Van Dam, resisting that Razor Leaf pretty heavily. There's that Reflect, and Leech Life starts going. It's little damage, but it is also healing. Oh, it's Bat v Bat. As that Leech Life is resisted. Malice, nice and fresh versus Rob Van Dam, who's taken some hits. Got some paralysis, but Rocky comes back out. As Supersonic whiffs from Zed's side. From the Crystal Corner.
Ooh.
Rock Throw, super effective. But Supersonic. Oh, but the Bitterberry! Rocky's like, no, not yet, not today. Now the rock is thrown. Supersonic connecting once again. The Zubat meme living on. But Reflect is now faded.
Oof.
Oh, rock throw missing. Bite no longer resisted now that that's proper dark type.
Oh, come on,
confusion,
confusion.
And rock throw and Malice goes down. Rocky pulling his weight. Trainwreck comes out for Zed. And Rob Van Dam comes in, resisting that Razor Leaf. I feel like that's more damage than we saw before. May have been low rolled before. Reflect goes up. There's that Leech Life. Rob Van Dam healing back up a little bit. And Mighty Huge sees that Leech Life and is like, alright, you may have a little of my greatness.
Oh no.
Oh god, crit Swift! Can anything stop Huge?
I don't think so.
God, I hope not.
We're 3-3 on teams. Rocky resisting that Swift. Reflect helping to blunt that rock throw. Both getting a little banged up. It's a war of attrition at this
God
point.
bless America.
And a miss on rock throw. As Reflect fades. Rocky hangs in there. Rock throw connects. Huge also getting low. Rocky barely holds on.
Oh, come on.
Critical health. It's a question of speed now, and we've seen who wins that as Rocky takes the KO. But Huge now incredibly low. 4% as Hitman comes in. He's accepted the contract. Swift for huge damage. Rage. Oh, Rage. Oh. Interesting. Trainwreck comes out to replace on Zedward's side. Reflect goes out. Hitman stays in with Rage. Razor Leaf drops Hitman down, but allows Hugh to get that clean switch into, Sleeping Gold. Right. Your MC forgot about that, ladies and gentlemen, and other configurations of being. Still sleep eating that berry, though. A little midnight snack, but there's a Razor Leaf crit, and Zed takes the win.
Ooh,
There you go. Good match.
that was a good match. I'm glad you had a full team, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
That Bayleaf, though.
Yeah, those reflects, like,
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty cheap.
It's
Everybody's-
crazy that you get it that early.
I was a Bayleaf stand
Yeah.
in the Soul Lock. I'm here for it. Oh, are you guys? Let's see. Let me know when you guys are ready. Loser
John
passes
is
the
doing
stick.
a thing. It logged me out randomly. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I need to get like a technical.
All right, we're in.
I need
We're
a
in.
technical difficulty thing. Okay. Sorry, struggling search. There you guys are. And 1 second. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen in the audience and my two fellow competitors, Vimbert standing tall in the silver cornered and Zed in his crystal palace with Trainwreck, starter v starter, and Goose. Gentlemen, let's go to war. There's the quick swap to Geodude as Ember goes out. 20% damage still and gets the burn off.
no.
That is huge, folks. Cutting that
Gamble
attack in
attack.
half.
Oh,
Here's, oh god, I'm going to need like a naming chart. How I say that?
Q.
Q. Okay. Q takes 40% health from that magnitude 8 big high roll there. Would have been a one-hit KO probably without that burn. No, maybe it wouldn't have been. It'd be close. Here's the Vine Whip, though. Says one and done. Get on out of here. We see the first casualty of this battle as the Geodude goes down. Here comes Bloodsport, the Butterfree. Q standing strong, holding steady. What is his plan? It's not a plan. Here comes Kibo coming in, taking him 20% on this Confusion. However, that Hoot bulk, perhaps we'll see it play out here. Paralyze goes out. Bloodsport Hypnosis goes wide. Confusion again, 20%. And Parafusion has been set, folks. Kibo hurts itself in Confusion. Kibo eats a berry, recovers a little bit of that HP. Just a little quick snack, num 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 num. Confusion again. However, the full para this time. Parafusion's like, what if you wanted to play the game of Pokemon, but I said no.
But not.
Here comes Makoto the Flaffy coming in on that Confusion, taking 18%. Sleep Powder finds its mark. Bloodsport doing work for Zedward here in this battle. It's okay, I also had a sleepy Phanpy too, Flaffy.
Right.
Here comes huge, sparkly, shiny, pink, and Goose. The Quilava. There's Swift taking a good chunk of damage. However, Ember finds its mark for 24%. Swift doing 39%.
If you burn me again, I give up.
Swift goes out again for 43 this time. 25% damage. Goose takes a little snack on a berry. Just a little snack. Bringing that HP back up. Swift going out again, enough to bring Goose down. It is now one fainted Pokemon per side here in this battle. Huge holding strong. Let's get the side switch. Here's a switch side. And now it's going to play the turn again. Mizuki, the Geodude, came out. Uh-oh. There it is. Trainwreck resisting that magnitude 6. Only taking 12% damage from it. Here comes now the Trainwreck, and the Trainwreck sets up Reflect. Here comes Bloodsport back out. Supersonic finds its mark, though, on the switch. 3 turns remain on the Reflect. Now and Bloodsport stare each other down. Oh, here comes Mizuki the Geodude. Snaps out of Confusion. Uses Confusion for 42% of Mizuki's HP. Sorry. A lot of confusions. Leads to me being confused, apparently. Bayleaf coming back out. Trainwreck into the Rock Throw. 13% damage. That Reflect's still doing plenty of work. Here comes now the Zubat again. Comes in on the Razor Leaf. Critical hit. Only does 19% damage, though. The Reflect has now dissipated. Reflect goes back up as it outspeeds now. Now gets a little bit of that HP back from the Leech Life, doing 10% damage to Trainwreck, the Bayleaf. Here comes Bloodsport. Supersonic goes wide this time. Does not find its mark on the switch, allowing Zedward a clean switch in with that Reflect set up for 3 more turns. Stun Spore finds its mark on Now. Now, however, lands the Supersonic. Bloodsport uses Confusion. Super effective. 59% damage. Here comes the Bite. Now has a little snacky. Eats his berry. Bite doing 12% damage. Oh, Bloodsport hurts itself in Confusion, but now fully paralyzed. The Reflect ends. Confusion ends, however. And Bloodsport says, here's a Confusion. Takes now down. Vimbert down to 4 Pokemon. Zed still holding strong with 5. Out comes Mizuki the Geodude, looking to throw hands with Bloodsport the Butterfree. Stun Spore finds its mark. Rock Throw goes out. 1 and done. You've seen it here on my stream first, but then it happened again here. That's super effective. 4 times weakness. Trainwreck coming back out for Zedward. It's 4 and 4, and a beat up Mizuki sees a Trainwreck at 65% HP. Trainwreck sets up Reflect. We're fishing for the Magnitudes. Magnitude 6 only doing 4% damage with that Reflect up. Here comes Kibo. The Hoot Hoot Razor Leaf goes wide.
Oh.
Kibo still paralyzed, though, however, at 44%. Here comes Huge, the Sentret. The full para ensures that Kibo does not get to play the game, as Swift from Huge is enough to bring him down. Vimbert down to 3 Pokemon. Zed holding strong with 4. Mizuki the Geodude comes back up. 1 turn remains on the Reflect. Mizuki sitting at 58% HP. Paralyzed. Huge at 51% HP. Out comes Huge. In comes the Magnitude. Magnitude 6 still only doing 4% damage. Reflect falls for that turn. Here comes Q, the Bellsprout. One day I'll say that name right. Reflect goes up.
It was hard for y'all at first, too. It's fine.
Sleep Powder finds its mark on Trainwreck.
Ooh.
Hugh eats a berry. Oh, the growth.
Oh no.
Oh no. Stage 1 goes out. Here comes huge. Growth
Don't
2.
let this happen.
Is it the Bellsprout sweep? The Vine Whip, is it enough? Oh, it's not enough. Big damage, but enough to proc the berry, bringing Huge back up to 34% HP. Bellsprout, Q, sitting tight at 14% with those 2x special attack increase. Swift finds its mark, bringing Q down.
Oh,
Here comes Mizuki.
Sweating.
The nasty, gross sweep. Swift goes out. 15% damage resisted still, however. A rock throw goes out. Mizuki eats a berry. Just a little snack. Bring him back up to 67% HP. Huge sitting at 11% HP. Swift goes out again, resisted for 14% damage again, and we see the tackle to seal the deal on Huge. The Huge finally falls. Trainwreck comes back out, still taking a little power nap. He can't set up that reflect quite yet. However, we're going to see a defense curl on the side of Mizuki. Trainwreck wakes up, and here's the Razor Leaf, and it takes down Mizuki.
Well,
Makoto the Flaffy coming on out, but it's taking a little bit of a nappy. 28% damage. Asleep.
my,
There
where have
it
we
is.
seen this before?
There it is, and Zedward goes 2-0 in the first week of PvP. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
flex strats.
Yeah, that's gonna be the.
Bailey, pretty good Pokemon.
That's gonna pull with me through the game for sure.
Yeah.
We got. It's okay.
Sounded-
It's
yeah,
okay. There's a secret weapon that we can use next week. I'll tell you about it afterwards.
well,
Okay.
Any flying or fire?
No, flying doesn't work because reflect is physical. There's other. But wait, there's more. All right, Vimber, you want to send me a challenge?
Yep, it is sent.
Okay.
All right, I am in. Here we go. Hugh Gaming starting off with John Cena, the Togetic, and Vimbert starting off with now Dubet. Switching up their starters. Let's see how it plays out. Now starts with Bite and John Cena with Swift, doing a lot more damage than the Bite did. He stab, normal there. But now used Supersonic. Unfortunately, John Cena had the Bitterberry snap right out of it. Continues to Swift. Now he's got one more chance. Oh, he tried the confusion again, but unfortunately, Vim takes the first loss of the battle. Sending out Geodude now, answering, I want to say bird, but I don't know, with a rock.
Yes, Togetic is indeed a flying type. Normal flying.
It's flying type, but not bird. I can't say the word bird for whatever this thing is.
He has wings.
Using the charm to lower the attack of Geodude. A very interesting tactic.
No,
Mizuki
not when it does that.
uses a critical hit and takes down John Cena.
How many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man?
A lot.
He sends in Totodile, Hitman. The only starter this week who did not get a chance to evolve.
Whoa, hey, he's pretty sensitive about not evolving. Let's not bring it up right away.
He's going to be that kid who got beat up in school, but he's going to be big and strong when he... Vimbert switches to Flaffy. Hugh switches to Rocky, the Onyx.
Definitely
Soaks up that
forgot.
Thundershock with the ground typing.
Definitely forgot you had Onyx for a hot second.
I forgot I had Onyx too until about 10 minutes ago when I fought Zed. He's a pretty forgettable Pokemon.
It's true.
Yeah, you can get that Steelix later.
Hell yeah, brother.
Rocky throws some rocks, but Vim throws out his own rock. And Hugh switches to Rob Van Dam, the Zubat, who is immune to the magnitude. And then switches back to Totodile, ready to soak Geodude with a water gun. Vimbert predicting that switches to Bellsprout. And now we see Rob Van Dam, who got put to sleep with a sleep powder.
RVD, I'm gonna need you to wake up. Wow.
I'm going for the
Is that the
classic
first time that's
Vimbert
happened?
Special rap, but missed.
It's happened before.
Not
like,
against
once or
me.
twice.
Not against me, it hasn't.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Bro. Thank God the Zubat's asleep, or we might be looking at... There's the leech left. Unfortunately, bug type, well, maybe fortunate, double damage to all the grass out there now, so not quite as effective as it was in Gen 1. Q continuously trying to wrap up blank space on the left side of the screen there. But he gets off the sleep powders. For some reason, he can hit with 75% accuracy powder, but not like 90% accuracy wrap. Let me check if those are right.
No, wrap is 75, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Playing some more Switch games. Oh, Crybaby, though, has the big Hyper Fang.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Vim answers with trusty Mizuki, who's been able to be a good swap-in for a few of Hugh's attacks. And there he answers with a big rock throw, doing a good chunk, 46% of Crybaby's health. Crybaby remaining in, using Hyper Fang, doing some chip damage. Mizuki missed with that rock throw, though. We continue. There's another one. Hyper Fang doing a bit of damage. Mizuki getting his back with the berry. And here's the final one. There it is. Using just to take out that little bit left of health. He, of course, switches in Hitman the Totodile. Water. Great answer to Geodude's rock ground typing. Is Vimber going to switch? Yes, he does. He switches to Kibo the Noctowl.
Not yet.
Has pretty good special defense and was able to water gun pretty well. And he uses the Swift, but Hugh switches to Rocky the Onyx, who has great defense. Takes very little damage from that. Vim switching back to Mizuki. A good answer to Onyx. And predicting the Rob Van Dam switch in there.
Ooh, ouch.
Rob Van
Ooh,
Dam,
ouch, my bones.
not dead and managing to eat a berry, but he is still asleep. Hugh switches back to Rocky. Takes a little bit of damage from the rock throw, not a lot. Now we got some mind games. Hugh did not switch again. Bim is probably thinking, do I use the magnitude? Is he gotta switch eventually?
Get out of my head!
Rocky uses bind, which is kind of another rap type move, I think, right?
Correct.
Not sure why they needed to make bind and rap, but they did it. And he takes down Mizuki. Mizuki did get off that magnitude and took Rocky down. Damage has been done. Now we have Goose to answer Rocky. What are we going to do?
God.
Dropping the accuracy. He took the rock throw, but it just barely almost hit 50% health. He can take another one. What is he going to do? What is the plan here? Keep setting up smoke screen. That's the plan. And there it is. It paid off. Rocky missed his first rock throw. And Goose starts burning away. Starts the fires. Here we go. Now Vimbert has to make a decision. We are 3-3. This is a tight battle. Hugh, of course, using Totodile, a water type. Starter versus starter. And there's Kibo, once again answering that water gun. with stride. And there's the Swift. Rocky, once again, soaking it up. Saying, I don't care about normal type moves. He uses the rock throw. Kiba goes for hypnosis. Little surprised Onyx outsped him, but...
Onyx is a speedy boy.
I guess that's how the rock... Is he really? Yeah, maybe he... Goose is back, throwing out the smoke screens. Will it be enough? Yes, there is one miss. Hugh switches back to Goldberg, his Flaffy. Goose throwing out fire and smoke screens. Once again saving him from Thunder. A very good save.
Wow.
2 misses in a row. That smoke screen is really saving him.
It's breaking me.
That is a huge move for him. Fire doing pretty good damage against Rocky, despite the type disadvantage. And there it is. He actually took down Onyx with Goose. Here we have 2 starters versus 2 Flaffies. This is a very interesting matchup we have going on. While switching still. Vimbert's predicted a switch there into Goldberg. He tackled, did a little bit of damage. Oh, and Goldberg uses the Thunder Wave, which does still affect Flaffy.
And now it's classic early game.
Now it's just the Metal Gear Solid 4 final boss of Liquid and Snake, or Liquid and Snake punching each other.
Makoto, who had a little less health, ate his berry and now has a little bit more health. And then Vimbert does the switch and the...
Holy!
Goldberg missing once again with the Thunder Wave.
I've discovered your weakness, my friend.
It's 1 accuracy drop.
Smoke screen being the big OP move of the game.
Holy fuck!
Again. 1 smoke screen is all you need to
completely derail me.
Use switching over to the fire tactics. What will I do now? Gonna keep on with smoke screen tactics? Or back to his Flaffy Makoto. He switches back. Unfortunately, there's the Thunder Shock, doing pretty good damage with that critical. Is Goldberg within kill range here? There's the tackle. No, Goldberg hangs on. It is so close right now. Oh, Makoto still paralyzed.
Please, ultimate lucky student.
God!
This is still holding it. This is so intense now. Goldberg trying to take a little damage. Now is Totodile going to be able to take down Makoto?
I don't think so.
It's the there it is. Makoto not able to outspeed Totodile. We are just down to this
the starting boys
against Hitman, the Totodile. Of course.
Oh my God!
Smoke screen, I love you.
And now it's on to the game of tackle. Oh, that water gun hit. Goose is not looking great. Oh, and Hitman heals too. Goose is staring death in the eye. Water gun.
Holy good game, man. Jesus.
Great man.
My heart. One way or another.
Oh my God, what was that?
What?
My brain eventually just like, all right, we have to shift into Faulkner tactics here.
It seems like we played each other a few times in Pokemon the way we were switching into each other's stuff too as well.
Yep. Yep, just a little bit.
Gosh. 62 turns of
unpredictable
chaos.
I was like, hey, we're doing pretty good on episode time. What if I had a 62 turn battle with level 16 Pokemon? Oh, okay.
This is why I was happy to get Cyndaquil, though. You get Smokescreen.
Smokescreen is really
That's
good.
all you need, baby.
Because Sand Attack in Gen 2 is now ground, so a lot of stuff can get around it.
Right.
Okay, so Big Zed, our big winner for the night, with 30 PvP points moves you up to 115, correct?
115.
Okay. Vimbert stays
thank
at
you.
55.
80 with the
Oh, yep,
charity
we
adjusted.
fixed it. Yep. The charity adjusted 80.
Yeah.
And then I am at, 15 plus 95 is 110. Yep, 110, so trailing right behind Big Zedward. It's still anybody's race.
Absolutely.
However, gentlemen, next week, there comes a time in every Gen 2 Nuzlocke where you got to pay the piper. And that piper's name is Whitney. And her mill tank. So what does Whitney mean? It means our level cap goes to 20 is the big level cap for next week. We're only doing one gym.
One gym, no double gym this week.
Yeah, we thought I have some stuff going on in that their real world that I exist in sometimes, and we figured Whitney deserved her own week. Kind of. You got a lot of encounters potentially along the way as well. The map kind of doesn't open up necessarily. You're still blocked by our boy Pseudo Widow, but
there's a lot of cool stuff you can do in Goldenrod.
Yeah, I'll say there's.
Yeah.
You got the underground path, game corner if you want to do gambling now that it's less awful.
Mm-hmm. I think there's like 5 encounters still this week too. I'm trying to.
Let's see.
We
gotta do the rival battle.
Yep, that's
Go
first.
through the Elix Forest.
Yep.
It's Forest 33, Goldenrod.
There's the route, and then
National Park,
and then there's
true.
the route.
You could go up past Goldenrod and do like the National Park and stuff too.
Yep, there's more trainers up there too. So
you get your egg too, Zed, and you get your egg, and Vimbert and I get Route 31 encounters.
Yeah.
Unless we choose to save for Pseudo Widow.
Oh yeah, and I get to use headbutt to headbutt the trees for the routes I didn't use. I'm gonna make a mental note of that.
Yeah, headbutt begins.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go from this meta to everybody that can use headbutt will have headbutt meta. Is basically how the meta
that I'm very glad I have a Hoot Hoot on my dupes list for.
Yes, you can buy that at the.
It's at the department store. Yep. You have to get it. You have to get it first in Elix Forest, and then once you get it in Elix Forest, it's in the game. It's in the department store. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Right, it's only like 2,000 Pokebucks, so
yeah, it's
not bad at all.
It's cheap. Like I said, everybody that can use headbutt is going to be using headbutt. Dang it.
Yeah.
But
goodbye, Swift.
Real good.
Yeah, goodbye Swift for sure. Hey, Swift still has its uses.
You know, if you're getting cock blocked by Smokescreen,
I mean, it would have been pretty neat.
Maybe I'll have both.
Yeah, I must say, I have Charm and Growl on John Cena, so I bet you I could afford to get rid of one of those.
I suppose, yes.
Big ups to the payday metronome though. I didn't beat Zed, so I don't get the money. Damn it, I got to pay Zed in IRL. Hit me with your Venmo after this. But. All right. If you guys want to plug your streams in the chat while we wrap up. If you're here... Oh, sorry. If you're here already, you know I'm here. So this is my channel. And I will be streaming tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm not going to be doing Whitney. The goal is to get all my encounters and get everything I have on the board, and then take some days to kind of think about what I need to do. Because like I said, without that Geodude, it becomes a lot more complicated. So,
and also just behold the carnage from Zed and I battling Whitney. Yeah,
maybe it'll make me feel better. Maybe you guys, if one of you just, there was talk of the tactical wipe when I was watching the VOD. I remember the tactical wipe.
When I was getting Gig assaulting, I was like, well, I'm getting no points for this, and I did like math on stream, and I'm pretty sure it works out to where if I wiped on Bugsy and then played back up to Bugsy with no losses and then declared the double down, I would come out ahead in points.
Damn, I would have tactical nuked it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Fox. Yeah, both of our channels are listed there. I will just keep talking and link mine. Twitch.tv/Wimbert. I usually stream Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I'm not streaming tomorrow, probably. Pokeboomers stuff for me is Tuesdays and maybe Wednesdays. Probably Wednesdays this week because I'm going to want to prepare for Whitney as much as possible.
And I am Zedward from Play Together, Stay Together, where we play video games together. We usually play Saturday and Sunday on the weekend. Monday. We play a lot of days, and it kind of gets random. And we play a lot of different games, indie games. There are all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Next time we're all gathered, it will probably be honoring the fallen of our Whitney trials. But if you're
entire teams,
yeah, exactly. If you're watching though, and you're still watching afterwards, we go to Pokeboomers After Dark. What's that? You might ask. Well, Pokeboomers After Dark is where we battle it out with some of our fellow follow-along members that they have their teams ready. We come hang out in Discord. It's a little grungier. We smoke cigarettes indoors, and no, we don't. I don't think we do. I mean, you guys could.
I usually pour myself a bourbon.
There you go. Vimbert lets his hair down, pours himself a bourbon, gets a little wild. But yeah, that'll be on immediately following this. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to it. Thank you, everybody. I am Hugh with the Pokeboomers, and the strength of me honors the strength in all of you.
Until next time.
Bye.